Trump University. In a just-released interview with the Wall Street Journal, the paper writes, quote, Mr. Trump said the background of the judge, who was born in Indiana to Mexican immigrants, was relevant because of his campaign stance against illegal immigration and his pledge to seal the southern U.S. border. I'm building a wall. It's an inherent conflict of interest, Mr. Trump said. Bill Bennett is a former education secretary under President Reagan. He's hosted the Bill Bennett podcast at BillBennett.com, and he holds a law degree from Harvard University. Bill, this is you tell me that I'm a journalist here at Fox News, and I've been doing legal commentary here for 10 years. This is out of line.
Yeah, it's out of line. It's a shame, too, because it was a good day. It was an important day for Trump with the Paul Ryan thing, which I know you want to get to. But it's unfortunate, look, to refer to the guy's ethnicity as grounds for his decision. Who knows? You know, we don't know what will motivate the guy, but we believe in this country that ethnicity is not intellectual destiny, that you can overcome all sorts of things and you can be independent. I'm Irish. That doesn't mean I support the IRA. So, again, what I think we said last time, to you, Megan, he takes a step forward or two steps forward and then a step back and steps on his own foot.
And so first of all, people are saying that this judge is a member of La Raza, the group that's been protesting Donald Trump. He isn't. He's a member of a Hispanic Lawyers Association that has no partisan stripes whatsoever. They support Hispanic lawyers and judges. That's it. So let's be clear on that. Secondly, the man is not Mexican. Donald Trump keeps saying he's American. His parents are Mexican. He's of Mexican heritage. He was born in Indiana. Third, he has no conflict of interest, Bill. Now Donald Trump is saying the judge needs to be investigated. Someone should look into him. Just because he's ruled against Donald Trump in this litigation repeatedly, he certified the class and he denied the motion for summary judgment. That doesn't make you biased. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Big mistake, and I hope he stops with this. In fact, I hope he stops with a lot of the personal stuff that he's been doing the last week or two. We thought he was at a point of new departure. It was going to be more serious. Again, I think the Ryan thing is so consequential. It's a shame this has to happen on
Paul
the same
Ryan
day.
endorsed Donald Trump today is what Bill's referring to. That's right, and that was going to be what we talked about tonight until this news broke moments ago, that Trump continues to attack a sitting federal judge who, by the way, did a lot to fight the drug cartels when he was a prosecutor, based on his ethnicity, suggesting he has an inherent conflict of interest because of his heritage. A Hispanic cannot judge a case against me. That is what Trump is saying explicitly, Bill. That listen, and let me tell you, when he does this, I guarantee you right now that this judge is getting threats and vitriol and who knows what else. And this is what I was trying to ask Trump about when I sat with him, Bill. This is, we have the soundbite. This is what I was trying to ask him about. Listen, have you given any thought in this position to the power that your messaging has on the lives of the people you target and on the millions of people who take their cue from you?
I have. And I see suffering. I mean, I see tremendous suffering, and I understand it. I have a very big heart.
You know what I'm saying? When Donald Trump targets somebody and says, this person is bad, that person is bad, it creates a firestorm in those people's lives.
But it's in response to something that they did.
I mean, what do you make of it? Because now he's out saying this judge is a total disgrace, that they ought to look into him. And he's on the precipice of becoming the president of the United States.
Yeah, he's got to pull back. He's got to think things through. He's got to get much better advice, but he's got to think himself. He's not just talking to his cheerleader, his cheering group, his choir. He's now talking to all of the American people. All of the American people are looking at Donald Trump, saying, "Is this guy sensible enough? Is he stable enough? Can we trust him?" So he needs to bear in mind that audience. He's got to get better. He's got to get more sober. He's got to get more measured, and he's got to get more fair-minded in what he says.
The judge,
he's got a change of audience. Yes.
The judge cannot respond. Just so the audience knows, he is prohibited by the Judicial Code of Conduct from responding. He released exhibits in the Trump University case, most of which I had already seen. They'd already been made public. So that's not. You know, in any event, there's no conflict. There is no conflict of interest whatsoever based on his ethnicity. So just to clear up this man's reputation, who's a sitting federal judge and has served the nation for 4 years in that capacity, I do want to ask you about what Trump would probably like to see in the headlines tonight, which is that Paul Ryan finally came around in an attempt to unite the party.
Such a big deal because Paul Ryan is a gigantic figure, much beloved by most Republicans and most conservatives. Some don't like him, but we've been waiting. And he said in his statement, in the editorial he wrote for the Janesville newspaper, we've had many conversations at great length, and we're agreed that we can push this legislative agenda together. And he said Donald Trump will help it. That's a big deal. That's a big endorsement. That unites the party and can unite the party. All the more reason to take a new tone on some of these other things like what we started with. But Ryan's blessing here, Ryan saying, okay, he's okay, is very good. I don't know what happens to the Never Trump people now, the National Review people, the think tank people, because, they worship the ground Paul Ryan walks on. So
I don't think they're going to be inspired by his remarks on Judge Curiel. I mean, the GOP needs to win more Hispanics than they won the last time around. There aren't enough white people to get it done.
Well, the point is, as you know, as we say ad nauseum, it's addition, not subtraction. He got one with Ryan, but he lost one with the judge. He's got to get more pluses than minuses. Absolutely.
Great to see you, Bill.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you.
Also tonight, a hot story developed.